Any luck becoming human?
In a world where racial controversy is all but unpopular, Detroit Become Human has found the most creative way to discuss this topic possible.
Really?
Yes, it is amazing. It's absolutely like, I commend David Cage for his writing on this game more than on any other project of his that I've played.
Wow. Tell
and
me
I'm
about
one of
it.
the few people who like dabbled in Indigo Prophecy. So I feel like it says a lot. But Detroit Become Human is just such a powerful piece. Like, I was sitting with an actress friend of mine, and I showed her footage from the game because I was trying to explain to her that gaming is a lot like watching, like being an actor in a movie and having control over what parts of the script you want to read and what you don't. And she was like, oh, all right. And so I showed her Detroit, and she was just blown away. Like, she was almost in tears because the game touches on, like I said, race. It touches on like humanity. It touches on identity. It touches on abuse, on child abuse at that. Like, it touches on parenting, on bad homes, on disruptive neighborhoods, on morals. It is just so full of life. Like, this game it's out of control. Like, there's so much going on in this game, and it looks pretty.
That's good too. I played the demo as you recommended and got all 6 endings. How does that tie into the game though? Is there like a lot of paths, or does it start to narrow?
No. So the paths expand.
Oh
like,
man.
if you thought that first mission had paths, the missions that come after have paths. And I'm talking about, like, I feel like they've created paths that literally branch off of every single button press you make.
Holy shit.
For real, because like when I look at the end of these paths, like I think I have a couple paths, like we could put a couple paths on the screen, but when you look at these pathways, it's like some of them are stacked like 25 high.
What the?
In branches, you just like, you're going, and then it's like, this thing can branch onto any of these things happening. Good luck. And you're just like, what the hell? And especially not knowing it the first time you're playing through, like you're just playing through as an adventure, you have no idea what's going on. When you like, whenever I look at the path at the end and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even play this game. I didn't even play. Like, I missed everything.
Did you finish it?
I haven't finished it yet. I have not finished it yet.
I was going to say, like, once you
enjoying
finish
it in film mode as much as possible.
Once you finish it, you're going to have to play it again, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. Gonna definitely have to play it again.
It sounds good because I'm a bit weary with David Cage because, you know, I played Heavy Rain and it was good for what it did for the gaming medium, but, you know, the plot's kind of terrible if you go back.
Well, yeah, if you go back and look at it, like, you can tell that there was a lot of the plot missing because they didn't get a full handle on the game. And I feel like Detroit Become Human is going to have that same feel down the road because he tries so hard to use, like, the most modern technology, and he puts that in the forefront of what he's trying to do to tell his stories, that some of his stories, I feel like, lose a little bit of content. But that's also in the decisions that you make in the game, too, because a lot of times, like in Heavy Rain, a lot of complaints were really related to the way that you made your decisions the first time you played through. Because once you know the story, it doesn't matter how many times you play it, you're still going to feel like, oh, this wasn't a great story or it was a fantastic story. You know, with all the changes, it's not going to change your first experience. So, I mean, there's nothing bad that I can say about Detroit Become Human right now. At all. And
Nothing.
I've played a good, like, 6 or 7 hours into it already.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it's just like, every step of the way, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that.
You think all the issues they covered were done tastefully? A lot of, let's call them gaming journalists,
Gaming
had a problem
journalists.
with the way problems were presented. But I'm like, at least they're being presented, yo.
I don't think there's a problem with the way they're being presented. I think that anyone who finds a problem with the way they're presented at this point in time is being sensitive.
Yeah.
Because they're very abrupt with, like, they're very straightforward. There's no, I don't want to say there's no build up because it makes it sound like the story's not, like, building into something. But for example, a little bit of a spoiler, when you first meet the abusive parent, like, you know he's an abusive parent from the very first second you see him. Like, there's no build up to learning that he is or he's going to be, like, no, the shit jumps right out the gate. Like, it's right out the gate. Like, nope, this dude is definitely fucking this girl up. You know what I mean? And it's outrageous. And even with, like, the discomfort of androids being around the world, like, you feel that the very first time you play the game. Even in the demo when you play it, you feel that they hate you, you know? And when the game opens up and you start playing as Marcus, that's when you really feel like, yo, they hate me. You know what I mean? So it's my favorite part about it is that it's a conflict of interest, because me playing as a human being, playing from the Android perspective of the Android revolution and trying to make that happen, like all that happens in my head a lot of the times is that I'm like, hey, I need to like really think about this, or like you see other humans acting out and you're like, hey, is there any way that like I can talk to this guy and make him not do this? Because I really don't want this revolution to happen.
Basically,
and it's not like that.
It puts those deals, it puts these situations in front of you and makes you face them.
Exactly.
Makes you face tough situations. I don't like it when people complain about this, because there are a few other games that do that. They sit you down and put you in front of something difficult. And people like to complain like it's insensitive to do that, but it's not. They're challenging you to face these difficult situations. That's why you get these great games. That's why you get Life is Strange. Life is Strange isn't just like, you know, the Tumblr romp everyone thinks it is. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta, I'm not gonna talk about it, but you have to face some shit down.
I can see Detroit Become Human being the first David Cage project to fully expand out of game.
That's
like I can
big.
see this becoming like its own TV series or its own movie, or like having side set pieces where people are contributing to the story that took place in Detroit.
What about just having a sequel or more?
Oh, definitely possible with a sequel. I mean, I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know where it ends, but I don't feel like, as of right now, the way the story is being told, I don't feel like the revolution that we're invoking is large enough for it to damage the entire world. You know what I mean? So there's other places in the world where they can explore what's happening.
Right, because it's just Detroit, right?
It's just Detroit.
Just Detroit.
Right now. It's a story about how 3 android lives intertwine in the city of Detroit in the very near future, and I already killed one of the androids.
All right. Me too, if the demo is any indication. But yeah.
You do get Connor from the demo as one of your characters in the game. Connor is the one that I ended up losing, but it wasn't in that scene.
Okay.
I lost him like 4, 5, 6, I don't know, a few scenes later. And I was very disappointed because it was super unexpected the way I lost him.
Oh, man.
I was like, wow, that sucked. Did not see that. Like, I sat there in shock for a couple seconds, like, wow.
Game is not afraid to throw the curveballs. Game is not afraid. If it's everything you say it is.
Disappointment and confusion was just like at an all-time high in that moment. I was just like, how is this happening?
If it's everything you say it is, I got to play this right after.
You have to.
You got to give me all these great games.
I'm glad you
I'm
played.
the Sony fan now.
You have to play.
You got to give me God of War. You got to give me Detroit. I got to play the Sony games and complete the transition.
I still haven't even fully played Horizon because you reviewed it, and I never got a chance to like grab it from you to play it because we got bombarded with games. But I still got to play Horizon.
Good year for games.
Yes, it is.
Play Detroit. Thank you.
Play Detroit. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think of Detroit. Do you think they push too hard? Because I don't. Vega, signing out.
Take him to Detroit.
No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please! Anything but that! No!
Go, and go, and go, and go. Let me see you go, and go, and go, and go. Green light me and go, and go, and go, and go. Let me see you go, and go, and go, and go. Green light me. I'm down for your enjoyment. I'll be here all night. We can heat it up if you want. Just turn down the lights. Get the cameras flashing.